Everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Let's talk about real estate, becoming a real estate investor, how to make money in this real estate game, and what's right for you. I'm going to go through six different ways that people like to invest in real estate, and I'm going to give you some brief pros and cons of them. Let's talk about real estate investing for beginners. So number one, we're going to talk about wholesaling. Wholesaling is the way that most of all of the gurus will tell you that you should get started in real estate. Honestly, I think that you're not truly a real estate investor until you move past being a wholesaler, but I do believe it's a great way to get started. And it's kind of like, for me, it's real estate investing 101, or having some training wheels on as you're a real estate investor. For wholesaling, people starting out can start with very little money out of pocket, and you can make money really fast. So you can do this while you're still working at that job you hate. You can go out and market to your area, to your farm area, we'll call it, and find a great deal, the deal of a lifetime, get it under contract. And if you get something that looks close to a really good deal or a deal of a lifetime, you're absolutely going to be able to flip your contract and make some quick money. Go out and find a deal, get it under contract, and then market it to people like me and other real estate investors. And you can do that through like RIA events and through general like Facebook marketplace. So there's all kinds of easy ways for you to put your deal out there once you get it under contract and make some quick money. Number two, we're going to take it up a level, and we'll kind of do that throughout the six, but fix and flip. So buy, fix, and sell. This is what you see on HGTV. This is what everybody gets excited about. You buy something that's value add and it looks horrible, right? Maybe it's a hoarder house, or it was an estate house and it's dilapidated, it's falling down, it's in bad condition, and you buy it from a wholesaler. He leaves the lion's share of the equity in place for you. You then come in and do value add. You bring it up to its highest and best use, which may be a single family home, or maybe as a rental property, could be anything. And you get to make that decision as this buy, fix, and flipper, and you fix it up and then you sell it on to the next person. So this is good for someone who's got some money to put into the game, or has some friends or relatives that have some money, and maybe you're a contractor and you don't want to just be a contractor working for other people for the rest of your lives. So you want to find a piece of real estate that you can then use your skill set to invest into this property, bring it up to its highest and best use, and then sell it on to the retail buyer and thereby make a pile of money, hopefully. Number three, this is a good one for someone who's got a really good job and really good credit. This would just be your old-fashioned buy and hold. You don't have to do much to it. You just buy a property, you rent it out. Hopefully you buy it cheap enough that when you borrow the money from the bank, you're able to rent it out for more than you're paying to the bank. And that excess between what you rented for and what your expenses are, that goes to you. That's a net positive income for you. That's passive income, very close to passive income, especially if you can do it in a way that you hire a property manager. So you could do this buy and hold strategy while you have a full-time job and good credit, and just start accumulating properties so that at the end of a 30-year career, you've got all of this equity in these homes that someone else paid for. It's really nice. Someone else pays for it, and you made some money along the way, and you didn't have to do a ton of work. That's not our preferred way to invest, but we're full-on real estate investors, so I'm not knocking it. I completely believe that this is a really super viable way to go. Number four, it's a little more intensive, but it's very similar. So this is the buy, fix, and rent method. We like this method a lot more than we like the buy, fix, and sell method at this point. We've been doing this for 25 years, and mainly we've been the buy, fix, and sell type real estate investors. We've done thousands of deals that way. But eventually, at the end of the day, we looked at it and said, hey, we're going to have to keep selling these homes forever, and we're never going to be able to quit. So we built a rental portfolio, and we did that through buy, fix, and rent. You're buying something that's distressed. Maybe it doesn't have much revenue. You're going to have to spend the time to fix it up, to do that value add, and get it to the point that you can rent it out. And now once you get it to the point that you're renting it out, hopefully you're getting a pretty significant passive income. So when we do the buy, fix, and rent method, we're trying to find properties that are going to pay us back inside of like 4 to 6 years, ideally 4 years. But we will stretch it sometimes on a good property where we'll do value add investing to something that's going to pay us back all of our investment capital inside of 6 years. So if you can do that, that's a pretty amazing way to build wealth and to get a hefty return on your money. You know, if you watch this channel very much, I'm very fanatical about putting my money to work. I work hard and I want my money to work hard as well. And so as life goes on, it becomes more and more important for me that my money starts to work even harder than I do, so that one day I don't have to work quite so hard. Although when you do something you love, are you really working? I mean, that's the question, right? Like I don't ever really fully intend to ever retire, but I do like the idea of having my money work really hard. So number 5, and this is probably one that we are most heavily investing in currently, right? So we call ourselves value add real estate investors, and we're at a level that's above just buy it, fix it, and rent it. We're at a level that is, we've gone from buying a few thousand houses and fixing them up and selling them, or fixing them up and renting them, to now we're buying value add real estate, trying to figure out what its highest and best use is, and then we renovate it to that level, and then we put the people in that are going to pay the best rents, and it's going to be the most benefit for. So oftentimes for us, we're looking for like larger properties that have some commercial stuff on the ground floor and then some housing stuff on the top 2 or 3 levels, or maybe ideally in Puerto Rico especially, maybe we've got commercial going on the ground floor and we turn it into a small guest house hotel up to like 25 rooms on the top 2 or 3 levels. And why do we do that? Well, we do that because by buying something that is very low, we can force the equity by doing this value add real estate investing. So if we can figure out what the highest and best use is, and we can buy something at its current use at the low level where it doesn't have any revenues or income, and then we can invest money into it, increasing the value of our property, and then we can rent it out either to other businesses or to businesses that we own, because I'm really into putting businesses that we own or control or are partnered with inside of our properties. So we get rents and we get the growth of the business. Value add real estate investing for us is the next level. That's where we're at on this channel. We invite partnerships on this all the time. So I don't expect someone who just picks up a YouTube and sees one of our videos to be at this level necessarily. But I do invite you to partner with us, and I would encourage you to go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button. Send me an email at theflipflapflipperpr@gmail.com if you'd like to partner with us on one of our value add real estate investments. Or maybe you've got something that looks like the deal of a lifetime in Florida or Puerto Rico or anywhere really in the southeast part of the United States that we can easily come alongside you and partner with you on. We would consider doing that. I promised you the last one was the very best. Guys, if you don't know about opportunity zones, you have to learn about it. Just do yourself a favor and watch our content. And then as soon as you do that, Google other people's content about opportunity zones. It's just simply put, the very best way to be a value add real estate investor, have a triple win, a win for the community, a win for the municipality, and a win for the real estate investor. It's a wealth builder for the real estate investor. You have to jump through some hoops. You have to set it up properly. So you really need to study it. But guys, this is a gift. This is something that will go away very shortly. So we have a window of opportunity. And I promise you, there are going to be people that are going to hear about opportunity zones 10, 15 years from now and say, I missed out on that. Why wasn't I investing in that way? And here's the real crux of it. All of the ways that people create wealth and try to build wealth right now, 401ks, IRAs, even 1031 exchanges in real estate, all of these things are tax deference. So eventually you have to pay the tax man. This small window that we've got to invest in value add real estate and inside of opportunity zones is not tax deference, it's tax avoidance, it's legal tax avoidance. At the end of a 10-year investment, if you've done everything right, you get a step up in basis when you sell the property. And that means that if you had zero basis, you got it for free, and you built it up to $1 million, and then you sell it for $1 million, you pay no tax. That's powerful. That's wealth building. That's generational wealth building. That's the very best way that I've ever seen to build wealth and to hold wealth, and to anybody can do it. So to have a chance to do things that the super wealthy do with owning real estate and getting passive income and owning it for a really long period of time, you just have to do yourself a favor. Look into opportunity zone investments. Check out our stuff that we've got. We've got a whole playlist here. So anyways, Those are the 6 ways that we believe you can flat out become a real estate investor, make a ton of money. And we went through them kind of from the starter kit all the way to the super advanced and everything in between.